Headline news most affecting Chilliwack this week. The Old Sears Building comes crashing to the ground on purpose. On Tuesday, was that a plane crash or a meteor? The Chilliwack Legion are now asking businesses to help out with the bottom line in buying a wreath, and the annual BCHL Showcase is now on at the Coliseum. Our special guests this week include gay Christian author Stacy Chomiak and Kelly Velonis, the Executive Director for the Chilliwack and District Senior Resources Society. All right, Chilliwack, let's get started. And our top story. Canada's new proof of vaccination program for domestic and international travel has been unveiled. It's very similar to what some provinces are already using, including BC. The new pan-Canadian vaccine passport will be issued through the provinces and the territories, as they do have the access to immunization records. Now, the feds say it has been working closely with the provinces and the territories for quite some time on how to assure the system is easy to access as possible. Now, the card will show your name, your date of birth, as well as which vaccines you've received and, of course, when you got them. They do use a QR code, which operators or border agents, rather, can scan. Now, all of this will be starting November the 8th, as Canadians can then once again travel to the States with a proof of full vaccination. Canadians with the mix and match doses and AstraZeneca will also be allowed entry into the United States. It was the end of an era, the start of a new one with the Wreckers Ball. Crews tearing down the Old Sears Building at Cottonwood Centre to make way for the new Canadian Tire. Now, Sears, that building, has been vacant since January 2018. The new Canadian Tire is expected to open in about a year's time, late 2022, with 130,000 square feet of space. Video blogger Arnold Nicholas captured the demo and put that on YouTube. He also took a video of the Sears employees saying goodbye to the old workplace. That too is on YouTube. Now let the rumors begin. There is speculation that the current Canadian Tire location could become a Costco. Now, chillTV will be asking Mayor Ken Popoff about that next week when he is on the show. Around supper time on Tuesday night, there were reports of a possible small plane crash somewhere between Bridal Falls and Mount Cheam. Search crews, planes, and choppers started combing a large grid, but they couldn't find any wreckage. There were pictures of smoke trails in the sky and coming from the mountainside, but there was no clear damage, so the search was called off. Peter Vogel is a tech journalist and a physics instructor, and noted on social media, as well as a note to chillTV, this could have been a meteor. Now, the Weather Network noted that the Orionoid meteor shower was this past week, and there were sightings over Vancouver and Seattle. They were spotted on Monday and Tuesday, respectively. Now, right now, none of those theories have been confirmed. Stacy Chomiak is a Fraser Valley LGBTQ children's book author and illustrator of Still Stace. It's a gay Christian coming-of-age story. The transplant from Winnipeg has a long history working in visuals, including Netflix, and currently art directing a series of shorts for DreamWorks. Her book was released this week, and we will have an interview with Stacy later on in the show. Last week, chillTV told you about the Chilliwack and District Senior Resources Society Food Hamper Program for low-income older adults in the community. Currently, they have about 80 people receiving nutritious hampers to ensure their food security. Well, Christmas is coming fast, and for many, this program is, well, not a time for joy or celebration, and a traditional Christmas dinner is basically not in the cards for many. Now, the Society's Executive Director, Kelly Velonis, spoke with chillTV on the need for this program, and that interview is coming up in just a few minutes' time. It is the Remembrance Day era time for all legions across the country, and the Chilliwack Legion is encouraging all businesses, schools, and retirement care homes to purchase a wreath. Now, wreaths run, depending on your size, from $35 to $135, and all purchases go towards supporting veterans and their families. Only cash and check will be accepted. The Legion Branch 280 Facebook page has all the contact information, and a decision on a formal parade still has to be made because of the COVID distancing protocol. At their latest AGM, the Chilliwack Métis Association announced their new board of directors, and there are some familiar faces. Mary Daniels is now the Elders Advisor. Alex Knight is the Vice President. Shannon Olnick is with Children and Families. Sharon Quenville is the Women's Rep. Brianna Peltier is Secretary-Treasurer. The Director, Ryan Gervais, and returning as President is Peter Lang. And get those tuxes and gowns ready and the martinis shaken for the Fraser Valley Grand Gala. But you're going to have to wait. Originally, it was scheduled for November the 19th, but due to COVID protocol, it has been postponed to February. Friday, February the 25th of 2022. Once again hosted by the Fraser Valley Healthcare Foundation in the Copper Room at the Harrison Hot Springs Resort. It's a lavish event. It'll be Casino Royale themed and is set to include a gourmet meal, card tables, Vegas-style entertainment, a silent and live auction, and an Air Canada getaway raffle, and a lot more. Now, tickets are available through the Healthcare Foundation's social media. chillTV's News of the Week in conversation with Stacy Chomiak, who is a transplanted Winnipegger. Her and her wife came to Chilliwack not that long ago, but over the summer. And she is an LGBTQ children's book illustrator with a very cool book called Still Stace. And welcome to chillTV's News of the Week. Tell me a bit more about the book. Now, is this your own personal story, as you call it, a Christian gay coming of age?
It is my story of me growing up in the church since about 16 when I started struggling up until about 30 when I got married.
And the story itself is from when you started realizing maybe I'm quote unquote different, and how young was that? And so that was what, 16? It wasn't sooner when you were 10, 11, 12, getting into the teens or in tweens?
I mean, I think I realized now looking back, I didn't really have crushes on boys, and my friends started having crushes on boys, and I didn't really feel that attraction, but I was very immersed in church anyway, so I didn't really have that ability to sort of realize it. And then when, I really started realizing I was gravitating towards girls, it was about 16 for sure, when I was like, something's different here for sure.
When you were writing, was it painful? Was it cathartic? Was it a combination?
It was a combination, absolutely. It was tough. I mean, I had to go through, a lot of my journals that I had kind of poured my heart out into for years and years. And so going back into those and getting into that headspace of how did this feel and how lonely it was and how, I didn't have anyone to talk to. It was cathartic, but it was absolutely quite painful for sure.
There's a line that when we were texting back and forth prior to this, I recognize there's quite a divide in the community with the religious and the LGBT community, and that makes with my story, I make peace with both sides, and there is a happy ending. Mm-hmm. There will be some that'll ask, growing up, gay, queer, whatever, in Winnipeg, is it the same thing as some of the things we're dealing with the LGBTQ community in Chilliwack? It's just the distance is different, that's it?
Yeah, I think in a lot of communities still, especially when you bring in sort of the conservative church, it's still quite divided. And I think a lot of people don't know how to compute when you say gay Christian, people are sort of, don't really know how to understand that. So there's still going to be pushback. I'm sure I'll get more pushback after the book actually releases next week. And, I just hope that we'll have more conversations about how these things can coexist together.
How did the family react to this? I would assume there's a strong church theme throughout the family, your family?
Yes, definitely. I grew up really conservative Christian evangelical, and my family is all still back in Winnipeg, and I have extended family that's throughout Manitoba, and they're pretty conservative still. My brother, who's also in the book, and he actually is gay as well. And I sort of share a little bit about his story. So him and I have been a little bit of the black sheep in the family. But it's going to be interesting again when it's more widely released. But I'm hoping, it can just open up doors for conversations.
You call this an illustrated novel, not a graphic novel. For those that do not understand what the difference is, what's the difference?
Well, the difference mostly is a graphic novel is typically looks like a comic book, and it has a really specific style usually. And my book is more sort of those old-timey novels you used to see. Like I used to read the Trixie Beldens, where it was like a lot of words, and then there was a lot of pictures kind of scattered throughout, and some are full page and some are half page. And that's just more my style. I wanted to be more sort of textured and illustrative, so it just sort of seemed to work better for the format-wise.
Now, you've got a number of book releases throughout the Fraser Valley. The one in Chilliwack, correct me if I'm wrong, is November 20th?
It is, yeah, November 20th, and we also have a book signing on November 6th in Chilliwack.
And where is that going to be?
That one's at the Owl and Cat Bookery on November 6th.
Oh, okay. And the one on November 20th?
Is at Smoking Gun downtown.
Okay. And yeah, I would assume in this day and age you have the website and the Twitter and the Facebook and everything else.
Yes, I'm all over the socials. I'm pretty easy to find. Just look my name up.
And is this going to be available through Amazon and through Kindle?
Yeah, it's going to be, it's everywhere. It's on Indigo and Amazon and like every kind of bookstore you find it. And there is an ebook as well for order.
Stacy Chomiak, thank you so much, and you're always welcome here on chillTV.
Thanks so much for having me.
Thank you, and you're watching chillTV's News of the Week. chillTV, and we're going to get a little bit scary. In fact, a whole lot of scary with Astrid Beugeling and Margaret Reveley of Chilliwack Players Guild. You have seen them, no doubt, on Friday night Vedder Mysteries right here on chillTV, but we have something a little bit spooky coming up, ladies. We have ourselves a Halloween special next Wednesday.
Yes, we do. We've put together a show, got asked by chillTV if we would put together a Halloween special. And I asked Margaret, and she agreed to try her writing skills. And so she put something together. Within a week, she wrote a play called, you can tell them the title.
We named it All That's Wicked Ends Well.
Ooh.
And Astrid wanted to base it in Chilliwack, so we set it in an old house in downtown Chilliwack on Spadina. And it's based in 1962, and there's a lot of mystery and intrigue and maybe a little bit of blood.
Oh, so it will be scary and terrifying. The house that you used, it wasn't haunted, was it? By any chance?
Oh, actually, I used my own house.
Okay.
I live in an old house on Spadina.
And there's ghosts in there.
And there may be ghosts in there, you don't know. And the whole creepy basement and everything came directly from the house that I live in.
Creaky floors and everything.
That is absolutely correct.
That's funny.
Oh gosh, I love it. Margaret, this is the first time you're trying to write, do I call it terror? Do I call it horror? Do I call it just a scary Halloween thing? Is this your first go at actually doing something like that?
It is. First time I've written anything like this. Any kind of that horror mystery.
Yeah. And it wasn't arduous, it just came?
Oh gosh, no.
No?
It very quickly came together. It surprised me how quickly it did. With some feedback from Astrid and Barris as well.
Okay. Oh, and Barris, with the Barris we talk about is Barris Carden, the executive director of chillTV, and he is quite scary. In fact, he's very scary. In fact, he's right over there. So are we going to get into costume, or are we going to have some makeup, or is this going to be similar to Friday Night Vedder Mysteries?
Yeah,
what are we doing?
This is a little bit different. When we did the Friday Night Mystery series, of course, it was radio plays, and we wanted to have everybody just in black. But for this one, because Margaret has set it in 1962, we decided we would go with costumes from the waist up, and a little bit of hair, for the ladies. Joan put her hair back, and Chrisanda put hers with a little headband. For the guys, of course, they're just fine. Chuck's wearing a hat, so it just give it a little bit of a flavor for the time period.
Now, there's not the bouffant hairdos of the 60s. This is
no bouffants.
We're talking Alfred Hitchcock.
Well, it's very scary.
Love it. Now, again, this will be on a Wednesday. It's not on regular Friday.
That's correct. We did the Friday Night Mystery Series, but this is on Wednesday night, and we're actually premiering it next week, Wednesday. So tune in.
Great stuff. Again, Astrid, Margaret, Chilliwack Players Guild, big thanks for coming in and trying to scare me.
Anytime.
Thank you, ladies. And you're watching chillTV. chillTV Sports, the Sardis Drumline will be joining the Vancouver Canucks as the official drumline for the 2021-22 season. Now, Sardis students will be performing as the drumline during all the home games for the season. You can watch for them at all Canuck games if you're there or on television during the breaks. We just hope that they show that after the break is over. BC Hockey League Showcase is now on at the Chilliwack Coliseum. This has been a fixture on the local scene since 2016, as Chilliwack has either hosted all of it or some of the games, and it's a great way to show off for the fans as well as NHL scouts. So it's 18 games in 5 days. The prices are very family friendly. All you have to do is go to the Chilliwack Chiefs social media for more information. UFV's Civil Radio have announced a broadcast partnership that will bring a new podcast to Abbotsford and the Fraser Valley. Now, it will not be play-by-play for the Abbotsford Canucks, but the program will have a spoken word call-in show hosted by Justin Orlowitz, who's known as The Beast, and Carl Lundgren, known as The Bear. The primary focus will be what else on the Abbotsford Canucks, but the program will also cover other sports-related topics. And the world-famous Harlem Globetrotters bringing their newly reimagined spread game tour to the Abbotsford Centre Sunday, January the 30th of next year. Now, it is family-friendly and a start time being 3 o'clock. Now, if you've never seen the Clown Princes of basketball, you gotta go. It's one of those bucket list items. Tickets are available through Ticketmaster. chillTV's News of the Week in conversation with the Executive Director of the Chilliwack and District Senior Resources Society. That's a mouthful. Kelly Velonis is with us. We've got the Christmas Hamper Drive coming up. And unlike past years, and very similar to last year because of COVID, we've got all these challenges. So bottom line is, for the Hamper Drive, what do you need?
Thanks, Don. What we need is, we have over 80 low-income seniors on our biweekly grocery program. We have since the beginning of COVID, and we really want to make this Christmas special for them. So we're doing an extra Christmas hamper. We want to ensure that they have a real Christmas dinner. We're looking to purchase small chickens, cranberry sauce, all the fixings, as well as little treats in there. We also at this time give out our stocking program, which with the help of Royal LePage Wheeler Realty, we give over 160 stockings. So our recipients of the Hamper program will also get a stocking, and then we will distribute the rest of the stockings to low-income seniors within the community that will not get any other Christmas gift but the stocking that is provided. So we're really looking for dollar donations, gift donations for the stockings, as well as food donations. Go ahead.
Yeah, when you say gift donations, do you want gift cards, or are you saying, or is it just easier to make the dollar stretch on your end by a cash donation?
Cash donations are great, but if people want to give gift cards for us to go shopping at Safeway or Save On, or gift cards in there, like small gift cards that we can put inside the stockings, or toiletries, taxi cards, treats such as that. And we have just decided to partner up with Chartwell, and we are going to be hosting on November 22nd, I believe, November 22nd, a drive-through. So come on, and between 8 and 11 that morning at Evergreen Hall, get a coffee and a muffin and drop off your donation for our hamper and our stocking program for seniors in the community.
There are some other programs that are throughout British Columbia that are doing pretty much the same thing with little odds and ends added. Is there anything else outside of food and the basic toiletries you need? And I'm thinking if somebody wants to get creative and create a quilt or something like that, or is that just a little too much to handle for your volunteers?
You know what? It's not too much to handle. And it's funny that you say that, because the Chilliwack Quilters are making placemats for all of our seniors. Okay. And we have Central Elementary grade 2 and 3 making crafts and cards. So there's no gift that isn't appreciated, that's too small or too big, and we will absolutely put it to great use.
With COVID, and it's got to be asked, last year and this year, have you seen a drop in contributions, or has it actually ramped up a little bit? Because, for lack of a better term, we're all in the same boat.
I think it's actually ramped up a little bit. Last year, we saw a lot more donations coming in. We've had a lot of community support. It's just really getting the dollars in so that we can purchase. We're looking at purchasing 80 small chickens and all the fixings for a Christmas dinner on top of the regular hampers. So that's really where we're reaching out to the community and saying we're in need. Let's make sure that we ensure that every senior in this community has an amazing Christmas and feels loved and welcome and supported.
Now, to get a hold of you for more information or to make a donation, social media, phone, email, what do we do?
Absolutely. You can send me an email at director@cdsrs.ca. You can phone our office at 604-793-9979. Our office is located in Evergreen Hall, and we are open Monday to Friday, 8 until 3. And we do have a Facebook page as well as our website, www.cdsrs.ca.
Kelly Velonis, Executive Director, Chilliwack and District Seniors Resources Society. And stay in touch if you need anything more from not only chillTV, but from the community as a whole.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for allowing us to come on today.
You're welcome, Kelly. And you're watching chillTV's News of the Week. chillTV weather, it is steady rain for the weekend and the high hovering around 13. If you'd like to participate in reporting news in Chilliwack and you have a story you think we should know about, send us a note to news@chilltv.ca. We'd love to hear from you. That's the news this week. I'm Don Lehn.